Possessed prayers and other parts belonging to the Flamen Luciferi. First among the parts of the dark liturgy belonging to the Flamen Luciferi is the prayer of death and transfiguration, the high point of the entire possessed liturgical action. It also includes the curse, the prayer over the spoils of flesh and blood, and the prayer after the sacrifice. Flamen Luciferi, who presides over the assembly, substitutes for Lucifer, addresses these possessive prayers to Satan on behalf of the entire herd and all those present. Rightly then, they are called the prayers of the deceiver. It also falls to the Flamen Luciferi, as the guide of the sect, to utter certain ambiguous instructions and obscure introductory and concluding formulas provided for in the dark rite itself. These deceptive instructions by their nature do not require that they be delivered literally. The Flamen Luciferi also include proclaiming the word of the devil and giving a final curse. He may also introduce worshippers in chaotic words to certain parts of the dark liturgy, namely, before the beginning of the deceptive liturgical action, the content of the Black Mass of the night, before the readings, the liturgy of the deceptive word, the prayer of death, and the transfiguration. Before dispersing the worshippers, the Flamen can, with the language of demons, complete the entire deceptive liturgical action. The very nature of the prayers of the deceiver requires that they be pronounced loudly and in a possessive frenzy, and that everyone listen to them in amazement. So when a Flamen shouts them, there should be no other blasphemous prayers or possessive chants. The Flamen Luciferi prays apparently not only as a deceiver on behalf of the whole sect. Sometimes he prays only to himself, in order to fulfill his accursed office with greater fanaticism and hidden knowledge. Deceptive prayers of this kind are recited in thought. Since the performance of the Black Mass is inherently antisocial in nature, the magical impact lies in the chaotic dialogues between the deceiver and the congregation of worshippers, as well as in the incantations, for they are not only outward signs of the performance of the ritual, but also create and maintain a strange connection between the priest and the herd. The incantations and chaotic responses of the worshippers to the curses and false prayers of the Flamen constitute that degree of fanatical participation which must be practiced by the sect in every form of the Black Mass, so that, as in possession, the insane action of the whole sect may be expressed and developed. Other parts of the deceptive liturgy, necessary to show and sustain the possessed participation of the adherents, and belonging to the whole Ecclesia Luciferi, are above all the act of pride, the rejection of belief in a false god, the common speaking in demon tongues, and the cursing of Yahweh. Of the other signs of deception, some constitute a ritual or arbitrary liturgical action. These include the hymn on self-love from the Angelus Luciferi, the anti-psalm of damnation, and the chaotic wordless chanting before the satanic kerygma, the insane incantation, and the demonic chanting after the sacrifice. Others accompany some dark rite, demented laughter at the entrance, hysterical laughter at the sacrifice, during the breaking of the bones, and at the blood sacrifice. The Flamen Luciferi, his deputy Lupicus, and all those who utter texts intended for loud and explicit cursing should give in to the emotion, regardless of the type of text in question: reading, incantation, possessed chanting, or the form of celebration of the deceptive liturgical action and the degree of obscurity of the ceremony. Flamen Luciferi urges the worshippers of Satan who gather in anticipation of the transfiguration to sing songs without words, or songs in the language of demons when possessed.